History is written by the winners, but today it's being rewritten in a San Francisco courtroom. Elon Musk, a man who wants to colonize Mars, is fighting his most personal war on Earth. His opponent? OpenAI, a company he helped build with a single, clear vision: to ensure that artificial general intelligence, AGI, benefits all of humanity. But something went wrong. The open in OpenAI has been replaced by a paywall. The non-profit has been replaced by a $13 billion partnership with Microsoft. Musk calls it a betrayal. OpenAI calls it evolution. Today, we are looking at the receipts. We are looking at the $44 million that started it all. Let's go back to December 2015. The world was a different place. But I was still a sci-fi dream. In a series of emails, which are now public court exhibits, Elon Musk and Sam Altman discussed a terrifying possibility. What if a single company, like Google, achieved AGI first? They feared a monopoly on superintelligence, so they created a shield. The founding mission of OpenAI was legally binding in its spirit: a non-profit research lab that would share its findings with the world. No patents, no secrets, no shareholders. Elon Musk wasn't just a figurehead. He was the primary bank. Public filings show that between 2016 and 2020, Musk contributed over $44 million to this mission. He didn't want a return on investment. He wanted a guarantee that AI wouldn't turn us into house cats for our robot overlords. Here is where the legal smoke becomes fire. According to the lawsuit, OpenAI's founding certificate states, and I quote, "The corporation is a non-profit corporation organized exclusively for charitable and educational purposes." It also stated that the technology would not be used for the benefit of any private individual or company. But look at the world today. GPT-4 is a black box. It is a proprietary product, licensed almost exclusively to Microsoft. Musk's lawyers argue that this isn't just a change in business strategy. It's a breach of contract. They claim that OpenAI has effectively become a closed-source de facto subsidiary of the largest tech company in the world. But let's be fair. OpenAI argues that building AGI requires billions of dollars, money that a non-profit simply cannot raise. They claim that to save the world, they first had to survive the market. Is Elon Musk a hero trying to save humanity's future? Or is he a frustrated founder who missed the boat? One thing is certain: the documents don't lie. The transition from open to profit happened behind closed doors. And in the next chapter, we are going to look at the exact moment Microsoft entered the room and changed everything. By 2019, OpenAI faced a massive paradox. To build the world's most advanced AI, they needed billions of dollars for compute and talent. But as a non-profit, they couldn't offer equity to investors. This led to one of the most controversial maneuvers in Silicon Valley history. OpenAI created a capped profit subsidiary under the non-profit's control. On paper, it was a brilliant legal loophole. But for Elon Musk, this was the moment the Trojan Horse entered the gates. And the name inside that horse? Microsoft CEO, Satya Nadella. What started as a $1 billion partnership has evolved into a staggering financial entanglement. As of early 2026, following a massive recapitalization, Microsoft's stake in OpenAI Group is valued at approximately $135 billion. That's roughly 27% of the entire company. But here is the legal smoking gun in Musk's lawsuit. Microsoft holds exclusive rights to OpenAI's intellectual property until the moment AGI, artificial general intelligence, is achieved. The catch? According to the new 2025 to 2026 agreements, the power to declare AGI no longer rests solely with OpenAI's board. It now requires an independent expert panel. Musk argues this is a legal shell game designed to keep the technology behind Microsoft's paywall for as long as possible, effectively turning OpenAI into a closed-source subsidiary of Redmond. AI is not just code, it's electricity and chips. Through the Azure cloud platform, Microsoft provided the oxygen OpenAI needed to breathe. But this came with strings attached. From a Legatech perspective, OpenAI became compute-dependent. They recently committed to buying $250 billion in Azure services over the next decade. While OpenAI is now legally allowed to use other providers like Oracle or Cerebras, their DNA is woven into Microsoft's servers. Elon Musk's lawyers summarize this as a capture of the mission. They claim OpenAI is no longer working for humanity, but for the quarterly earnings of a trillion-dollar partner. We have to ask, is Sam Altman a Judas who sold the mission for silver, or a pragmatist who did what was necessary to keep the lights on? Without Microsoft's billions, ChatGPT might have remained a lab experiment. But with Microsoft's influence, can OpenAI's original promise to benefit all of humanity truly survive? Elon's lawsuit is more than a fight over money. It's a fight over the soul of the machine. And the cracks in that soul began to show when the board suddenly fired Sam Altman in a frantic attempt to take back control. November 17th, 2023. A Friday that changed AI history. Without warning, the OpenAI board fired Sam Altman. The official reason? He wasn't consistently candid in his communications. But in the world of high-stakes tech, lack of candor is a code word for something much deeper. For 48 hours, the world watched a corporate thriller unfold. Microsoft was furious. 700 out of 770 employees threatened to quit. But while the media focused on the coup, a whisper began to emerge from the research labs, a name that sent shivers down the spines of AI safety experts: Project Q-Star. What is Q-Star? Q-Star. According to internal leaks reported by Reuters and others, Q-Star was a breakthrough that allowed AI to solve mathematical problems it had never seen before. Now, you might ask, why is math a big deal? Current LLMs, like GPT-4, predict the next word based on probability. They are supercalculators of language, but they don't truly reason. Q-Star was different. It combined Q learning with a star search, logic, and planning. If an AI can solve unseen math, it can develop a theory of everything. It moves from being a chatbot to becoming a scientist. Elon Musk's lawsuit claims that this was the moment OpenAI achieved AGI, Artificial General Intelligence. And if they achieved it, their contract with Microsoft says Microsoft loses all rights to the tech. Did the board fire Sam because he wanted to commercialize a technology that was too dangerous for the public? The board that fired Sam included people like Ilya Sutskever, OpenAI's chief scientist, and a former student of AI pioneer Geoffrey Hinton. Ilya was worried about safety. He was worried that Sam was moving too fast, breaking things that couldn't be fixed. But when the dust settled, the board was gone, and Sam was back. From a legal standpoint, this was a total victory for the for-profit side. Musk argues that the current board is now hand-picked by Altman and Microsoft. It's no longer a watchdog, it's a rubber stamp. As we move into 2026, the question remains, who is actually making the decisions? The nonprofit board, or the trillion-dollar partner? As of February 2026, this battle has entered the discovery phase. This means Elon's lawyers are getting access to internal OpenAI emails and Slack messages. We are seeing documents that show internal skepticism, secret diaries from co-founders, and even discussions about how to bypass the non-profit mission. OpenAI's defense is simple. Elon is just jealous. They claim he tried to take over the company in 2018, failed, and is now trying to destroy his competitor. But as any lawyer will tell you, intentions don't matter in court. Contracts do. In the world of Elon Musk, if you can't buy the future, you build it, and then you sue the competition. While Elon's lawyers were filing complaints in San Francisco, his engineers in Nevada were working on a rival. In 2023, xAI was born. But as we enter 2026, xAI is no longer just a startup. It's a multi-billion-dollar behemoth, and it just pulled off the most aggressive merger in tech history. SpaceX has officially acquired xAI. Why would a rocket company buy an AI lab? The answer is as bold as it is terrifying. Space-based data centers. Elon argues that terrestrial electricity cannot keep up with AI's hunger. His plan? To launch satellites powered by near-constant solar energy, creating the first extraterrestrial supercomputer. This merger has valued the combined entity at a staggering $1.25 trillion. But here's the legal twist. As of February 2026, OpenAI is fighting back. They've accused xAI of a deliberate scheme to poach their top talent to steal trade secrets for Elon's chatbot, Grok 4. The battle is no longer just in the courtroom, it's a war for every single engineer in Silicon Valley. The products themselves are becoming ideologies. OpenAI's GPT-5, released earlier this year, is the king of reasoning. It's polite, safe, and enterprise-ready. But critics, including Musk, call it woke and lobotomized. Then there's Grok 4. It's faster, it's raw, and it has real-time access to the pulse of the world via X. It was designed to tell the brutal truth. But that truth comes with a price. In January 2026, Grok faced massive legal pressure in Europe and Malaysia over its lack of filters. Elon's lawsuit claims that OpenAI's safety measures are just a cover for censorship, while OpenAI claims Elon's lack of filters is a danger to democracy. It's not just a tech race, it's a war for the narrative of reality. The wait is almost over. A federal judge has officially ruled that Musk's lawsuit will proceed to a jury trial in March 2026. For the first time, Sam Altman, Greg Brockman, and Elon Musk will likely have to testify under oath. We will see the internal Slack messages, the secret diaries of co-founders, and the real reason why Sam Altman was fired for 48 hours. The discovery phase has already revealed exhibits that OpenAI fought to keep secret, including a 2017 proposal where Elon reportedly tried to merge OpenAI into Tesla to take full control. OpenAI says this proves he's just a sore loser. Elon says it proves he was trying to save the mission from Microsoft's greed. As we speak, the Muskonomy is undergoing a radical transformation. On February 2nd, 2026, Elon Musk officially merged SpaceX with xAI. This isn't just a corporate reshuffle, it's a declaration of war against the limitations of Earth. The goal? To launch a constellation of satellites designed as solar-powered orbital data centers. Musk argues that terrestrial power grids cannot sustain the future of AGI. By taking AI to orbit, he's bypassing the constraints of electricity, cooling, and regulation. But OpenAI is not sitting still. Just days ago, on February 5th, they released GPT 5.3 Codex, a model that isn't just a chatbot, but an autonomous agent capable of managing an entire software lifecycle. The race to the finish line is no longer about who has the best chat. It's about who owns the infrastructure of intelligence. The legal world is now holding its breath. Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers has officially set the jury trial for March 30th, 2026. The jury will have to answer 3 civilization-defining questions. Did a binding founding agreement actually exist in 2015? Did OpenAI's leaders mislead Musk to get his $44 million? And most importantly, has OpenAI already achieved AGI? If the jury finds that GPT-5, or the mysterious Project Q star, is indeed AGI, the contract with Microsoft could be nullified. This trial could trigger the largest redistribution of intellectual property in human history. Is Elon Musk a visionary protector or a jealous competitor? Is Sam Altman a pragmatic hero or a corporate puppet? The truth likely lies in the middle. We are witnessing the birth pains of a new era. Whoever wins this trial will control the operating system of the human race. But the real question isn't who wins the lawsuit. It's what happens to us when the winner takes all. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the legal war for our future. This is the biggest story of 2026, and we are just getting started. If you want to stay ahead of the curve as the March trial unfolds, make sure to subscribe to Legatech Insights. What's your verdict? Team Elon or Team OpenAI? Leave a comment below. I'll see you in the next analysis.